Hello everyone, welcome to another Thomas video. So today we're taking a look at Echo Beyond's combo deck in Thomas format. So Echo Beyond's is another card that we got from the Power Cube, and there's a very similar card to this called Days Undoing, but the fact that this has a flashback makes it so that the combo is a little bit more protected than something like Days Undoing. So technically you can actually combo even without Echo Beyond's, you can just play it with Days Undoing. There's going to be some cards that aren't going to be working with Days Undoing, but with Echo's Beyond's, it's going to work perfectly fine. So Echo Beyond's is actually going to be comboing with 10 other cards in the deck. If you play the Orcish Bowmaster on opponent's turn, it's going to create a 2-power creature split into 2. And then if you Echo the Beyond's on your turn with the flashback cost, you're going to be able to deal 16 damage total since the Orcish Bowmaster is dealing 2 damage. And then forcing your opponent drawing 7 cards is going to force Orcish Bowmaster from dealing 7 more damage, and the Orc Army token is going to get 7 more power, so it's going to deal 16 damage total. Otherwise, you also have Sheoldred. If you have the Sheoldred down on the battlefield and then you Echo Beyond's, it's going to deal 14 damage on your turn, and then you pass a turn, it's going to deal 2 more damage, so that's also going to deal 16 damage total with this combo. Otherwise, you also have something like a Psychic Frog. You can discard your entire hand and then Echo Beyond's, and then draw fresh 7 cards, and then you can attack your opponent by discarding all the cards that you just drew. So it's going to deal, at minimum, a plus damage depending on how many cards were in your hand. So we got a lot of different ways of actually comboing with this card, but even if you can't combo with the Echo Beyond's, we still have many different ways of just winning the game. We are still playing a fair mid-range plan with the Psychic Frog, Barrogoyf, Sheoldred with the One Ring. And by the way, Barrogoyf does have some non-book potential with the Echo Beyond's, but if you already have Psychic Frog on the battlefield, you can just discard a bunch of cards to grow the Barrogoyf immediately. But the Barrogoyf being able to attack and then being able to mill Echo Beyond's while also grabbing combo cards is why we're going to be playing this card. And at the same time, because we're running things like Sheoldred, the One Ring, we're also going to be playing Dark Ritual, which also has a fantastic synergy with the Barrogoyf. So we'll see how this one does. Potentially a meme deck, potentially not. So hence I'm going to be hopping over to some Thomas Special 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. Echoes of Eon. So we got a turn 1 Barrogoyf and protection with the Force of Negation. That's kind of cool. A Merfolk. Okay. Into a Merfolk. We actually have a really cool combo here with the Psychic Frog and Echoes of Beyond. With the Barrogoyf, that is. Interesting, they decided not to play that. Did they play a Stern Scolding? Draw card. Dismember. I don't have a creature or a land. So that's what they were going for. Hand is a little bit dookie. Hand is kind of bad. Just a bunch of instant speed cards, sorcery cards. I could draw land, discard all of these, and then play Echoes of Beyond. But then if they have a counterspell, like Force Negation, is kind of bad. Another drum. A lot of drums coming out. Let's see if they want to block here. Do you want to block? Seems like they have another dismember. I'm gonna let this connect. Tamio. Is it a subtlety? It was a flare of denial. Okay, that's pretty good for me. I'm just going to spell pierce this. If they floated the mana before they did that, would have been pretty bad for me, but opponent didn't. Although if I use Echoes of Eon, they get to draw 7 cards. Which isn't like too good, I would say. Do I force a transformation on this Tamio? I don't think I do. So technically, I do have lethal next turn. Bum 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 bum. Just not sure if I want to transform right now. Okay, fine. Ooh, that's a good one. Tishana's Tidebinder. We actually have an Orcish Bowmaster plus an Echoes of Beyond combo. Unless they have another Tishana's Tidebinder, I mean, they could also have that. Maybe. But looks like opponent might be dead on my screen. Bowmaster plus Echoes of Beyond combo. Mirror Regery. Into. Okay. Let's see. Definitely seems like they have something, right? It definitely seems like they might have something. Oh, it's a dismember. Oh my god, please let it happen. Let this happen. Do it. Let me see the combo here. No, they have a dismember. Okay, they still die anyways. Because the Psychic Frog draws 7 cards. Okay, so, I mean, it's pretty cool that the Echo of Eons have 10 different combos. 10 ways to combo, I mean. Which is kind of cool. We want Toxic Deluge. We want 2 copies of Snuff Out. Bloodcheap's Thirst. Stern Scolding. That's a lot of cards we're bringing. So maybe not Bloodcheap's Thirst. We're gonna get rid of a Spell Pierce and the Force Negation. And we want one last card. One last card to go. Maybe one ring? Maybe one ring? Potentially? No. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So we just get you know, a swamp with this thing, and we're kind of good to go against opponent's Harbinger. They're gonna pass with an island up. Nope, they're gonna go with the Springleaf Drum. Alright, I'm gonna start with the swamp here. I'm fetching it now because opponent could have, you know, Stifle or whatnot. Mindspring Merfolk. I think I should just shock this in. Save this for later, this combo. Dude, does my opponent play a card out, or... That's what I thought. I think they might actually have a Lord, but... Thing is, I have an Orchestral Master, so... Kinda hard to do that. Alright, so this is what? What is that 3-mana Merfolk called? Like, you know, counter triggered ability. I think that's what they have. More Barragoyfs. Okay. Now, I'm not really sure what to do here. I think I'm just gonna pass with Orchestral Master and Snuff Out. When this creature enters tapped, target creature and opponent control. Okay, so I am going to get rid of that Merfolk, Mindspring Merfolk here. Oh, it was a Stern Scolding, sure. It was a Stern Scolding the whole time. I do definitely have to watch out for my life total. It would be nice if I can get like a Dark Ritual. Opponent didn't attack because of the fear of a Dark Ritual plus potentially Orcish Bowmaster coming out. Is this perhaps that 3-mana card? Maybe. I think they're thinking about maybe countering this. That'd be kind of annoying, since I'm drawing a Chrome Mox. Well, that's annoying. Maybe I should have just shocked. But I'm actually concerned about my life total right now. Interesting attack. Even if there's a lord coming out, it's still 3 damage. Unless it's like a dismember. Oh my god. I completely forgot about that card. You don't play against the Merfolk Trickster too often, so... I think I have to block though. Okay, so they don't have it anymore. Oh man, we're flooding pretty hard though. We might be dead though. If they have another tap. A card that can tap again. Okay, so I think I'm pretty sure I know most of their tricks now. So they have a Stern Scolding. We're the Bowmaster. And they have the Merfolk Trickster against the Barragoyf, and then they have a Dismember. Well, let's... And potentially I should sideboard out the Stern Scoldings because they have too many Cavern of Souls. I did flood though that game, so there is that.
I've read nearly the entire library.
I have a much better hand with the Psychic Frog this time. So we know opponent has a Stern Scolding. Dismember. I think opponent still has a Stern Scolding. There's a good chance that they do. So I'm gonna bait out a Stern Scolding here, and then I'll play Psychic Frog on my turn. Perfect. So I can't play a land right now, in case they have another Dismember. Bring Leaf Drum. So they're leaving up a Harbinger mana now. We're just gonna attack here. So Merfolk Trickster comes out. I'm gonna discard 2 cards. I'm gonna play a Psychic Frog here. Do they have another Stern Scolding? Nope. I'm gonna hold on to these cards. I don't know about this island, but I think opponents started with these 3 lands. Because you didn't want to reveal the... Because you wanted to leave up the Stern Scolding on turn 1 with the Otawara into Cavern of Souls, so that you can play like a double blue. We're just gonna be constantly attacking here. I'm gonna make this other Psychic Frog fly here. This one doesn't need to fly. There's a good chance opponent's going to Harbinger here. Or potentially Bounce Spell. Potentially a Bounce Spell. I might Brainstorm. Okay, that's fine. A Baragoyf. A Baragoyf. I think the Baragoyf's a lot more... has a bit more incentive, I would say. Since if this last card is a Stern Scolding, we have a Baragoyf. It's just so nasty, like every card in our deck kind of like gives you a card, like Psychic Frog, Baragoyf. Seems like they're trying to draw a bunch of cards right now. 4 cards, leaving yourself open. Ah, oh my god. Wait, they're dead. Hold up. Hold the phone here. Alright, GG's. Well, they don't have a companion, and we have a Force of Negation. We also have a combo. Wombo combo. Although we have to somehow discard this. Bop, 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 bop. Wonder what opponent's playing. Okay. I feel like we should counter that. Ugh. I don't really want to get rid of this, but I think we kind of have to. Oh no, no dark rituals or chrome moxes. Terrible news. Well, that sucks. If they want to kill this, they would have to exhaust 4 cards from their hand. Okay. Seems like they chose not to do it. I feel like they have it. Right? I feel like they have it. They have a Pyrokinesis and a Fury in their hand. But they're choosing not to do it. So Pyrogoyf at the moment is 2 power. Volcanic Fissure. Chalice for X equals 1. Sure. Acceptable. A Force of Negation. I think I'm gonna keep that actually. I'm gonna go into Ring immediately. Come on, blue spell. No blue spells, but we got Sheoldred. My opponent's probably thinking like, what is my opponent playing? Magus. And surrenders. In those kind of situations, maybe we want another copy of Swamp in the sideboard, or just have like 2 copies of Swamp, just because like, we don't need double blue in this deck. Thinking about it, you know? Right, Snuff Out, this is why we have Snuff Out in the sideboard. As for like the rest of the cards, Fatal Push is like semi-okay. Spell Pierce is decent. The thing is, we don't actually play that many blue spells. Like cutting these cards could have a negative impact on my Force of Negation. Considering that they play Chalice, maybe going down on Spell Pierce is better than going down on Force of Negation. Okay, so we can do turn 1 Dark Ritual into 1 Ring, which is kind of sweet. And let's see Chrome Mox. Oh, that would have been so good. If he drew a Chrome Mox there, it would have been actually pretty insane. Oh, shoot. Disruptor Flute. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. So this is what? This is... we're dealing 5 damage here. I mean, I'm just going to discard everything. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice, even if they do have a pyrokinesis. We have a 1-ring shutdown, and the Psychic Frog's all I got. Oh, they have a Dismember as well. It wasn't even a pyrokinesis. Okay, let us go to the next one. So they brought a Disruptor Flute to shut down our 1-ring, which is kind of strange because they played 1-ring as well. Not sure if I like this hand too much. I'm going first. Okay, it became a bit worse. Interesting. They have a pyrokinesis. That's not good. It's not good. Disruptor Flute? Into a Psychic Frog. Sure. A Snuffa without a land. Magus of the Moon. It's looking kind of bad right now. We finally found a land, but we don't even have a... We can't even play it. Can we? Maybe in situations like this, this member is a lot better. Normally, you would have a land for the snuff out, but I didn't this time. Alright, GG's. Alright. Excellent hand indeed.
Is there a deeper meaning to this passage?
Chalice of the Void for X equals 0. Interesting. So if they go Magus next turn, we should probably have a Swamp, since we can generate a Clue token to kill the Magus of the Moon with the Fatal Push. So we're gonna go Swamp here into a Dark Ritual, 1 ring. Echo. Echo, echo. Alright, that was a very fast game. Snuff out. Stern Scolding. Bum bum bum. I'm gonna cut to Spell Pierce. What else should I cut? I can't cut the combo, it's just too cool. Maybe I'm cutting Tamio. I feel like Tamio kind of dies instantly against them. I'm not a huge fan with this hand, honestly. Ragavan. We'll see. Into another Ragavan. I think I'm just gonna go Shaldred. Leave up Snuff out. So the fact that they're attacking right now probably means that they have Fury in hand. Am I okay with the opponent using a Fury here? I think so. Since I'm worried more about like a Magus coming out and then I need something like a... I guess Magus wouldn't work against Does Magus work? If they play a Magus, like does Snuff Out work? If you control a swamp, but it's not a swamp anymore, right? Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I should have just Snuff Out. Oh, that's such a mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Maybe Snuff Out isn't as good as I thought. You know? Well, now I have a Snuff Out indefinitely, so... Let's actually attack first. We're gonna play a Baragoi. Okay, so they did have a Magus. A fresh One Ring comes down. Okay, they stripped mine, so I'm not gonna be able to play my Sheldred anymore. Okay, so they have a Pyrokinesis. I think I made a mistake getting rid of a Sheldred. I should have just snuffed out. Then they would have already died, drawing this many with the One Ring, you know? Yeah. I think that's my biggest mistake this game. Chalice for 1. So opponent's dead if they don't get rid of my Psychic Frogs here. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Snuff Out is good. Maybe. Maybe Snuff Out is good. Is it good? I don't know. Oh, we got Dark Ritual into One Ring. Ooh la la. Mox Opal. So we're playing against an Affinity. Maybe I should have countered the Mox Opal. Yeah, I should have countered the Mox Opal. That was my bad. We got Sheldred coming out soon. A Grindstone. Okay, we have to go fast. That's kind of scary. We're gonna go into Sheldred. Oh, maybe I should have gone Psychic Frog. Would Psychic Frog have done more damage? Pithing Needle. Okay, sure. Grindstone is active, but they're gonna need like 5 mana, right? Interservant? They can't activate this? My cards look so funny right now. Wait, it stays? Wait, what? Why are these staying? As the choose a color, all cards that aren't on the battlefield. Wait, it stays like that? Is this a visual bug, by the way? All cards that aren't on the battlefield... Doesn't the Painter Servant have to be on the battlefield for this to be effective, like passively? Something's not right there. Yeah, I feel like something's not right there. What do we sideboard out, by the way? Maybe like a copy of a Tameo? Oh man, there's too many cards. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna cut Tameo. We're going second with the Brainstorm. I think this is keepable. I think I'm just going to get rid of that real quick. I'm not sure if I want to Brainstorm now or... Okay, well that kind of takes care of it. Thank God. So we don't need this island. Maybe not this Echo. I'll do it like this. The reason why we don't need the island is because we can just go Dark Ritual into One Ring next turn. Although they could have a Force of Negation. Do we want to draw this? Maybe we do. We're trying to combo with the Orcish Bullmaster, right? Like, we don't need to, but I kind of want to see it. One more time. I'm addicted. Okay, we got the combo. We got the combo. We got the combo. So, how much damage is this? I draw with the One Ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. 16. Okay, we have 16 damage right now. If I draw land... No, it has to be Dark Ritual. It's a Fury? Interesting. It has to be Dark Ritual here. Oh, no Dark Ritual. So discard this 6 plus 7. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Well, at least we're gonna be able to kill opponent with the double Orcish Bullmaster. Maybe that's cool. And Painter Servant's not gonna be able to land. I mean, unless they have a way to kill these Bowmasters. but... Change the target of a spell. That's kind of cool. Alright, GG's. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. I had to do it. I had to do it fast enough so that opponent doesn't surrender. Alright, GG's. Alright, so we took a look at Echo Beyond's combo deck today. I gotta say, it actually happened more than I expected. So I can't really say it was a meme because it wasn't really a meme. Because it was kind of consistent. Like I said earlier in the video, we have like 10 ways of triggering this combo. Echoes of Beyonds plus Sheldred is a 14 damage combo. And then you pass back the turn, so that's 16 damage. Orcish Bowmaster, like if you Orcish Bowmaster at the end of opponent's turn, and then you Echoes of Beyond, that's gonna be another 14 damage plus 15, 16 damage, right? So this is also a 16 damage combo. But the Psychic Frog is definitely on the weaker end, but it does make the Psychic Frog into a gigantic creature. This is another way to combo, although like this one's, the damage potential is a little bit lower, but it can still work. And as for the Barragoyf, although the Barragoyf power does get lowered by the Echoes of Beyonds, if you have the Psychic Frog anyways, the power of this card is gonna grow back. So the Barragoyf is actually pretty good. It has a very, very good synergy with the Dark Ritual, very good synergy with milling the Echoes of Beyonds. At the same time, you know, getting our combo pieces from the graveyard, such as Orcish Bowmaster, Sheldred, Psychic Frog. So, although the Barragoyf has some like a bit of an anti-synergy with the Echoes of Beyonds, but most of the times when you cast this card, you're gonna win the game. Like I said, it was more consistent than I thought, and I would say potentially like Tamio is maybe the worst card in the deck. I don't think I would swap these cards for any other cards. Which kind of leaves all of these on the other hand. Okay, well, not the Chrome Moxes. All the cards on the left side are kind of our flex slots. I would say like even Brainstorm is like not super necessary. Like you can play without it, but definitely recommended that you play with it. So maybe it's supposed to be mandatory. It just kind of depends on like if you want to go full into combo, like you don't really care about fatal pushing, things like that. Like you can totally play the game. I think even without like Tamio's Spell Pierce, like fatal push, you can have like 4 copies of Force of Negation here, things like that. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.